Hello, everyone. It's John Henderson Pierre, the Beer Ramble, back looking at Birra Moretti La Rossa, 7.2% Doppelbock style. Glass here. It gets a good score on Beer Advocate, a very good score on the Bros, the Alstrom brothers, I should say. Did a review the other day with my good friends, Mr. Ronald J. Terrio, myself, Maria Devon, John Sharon, Thomas Meadows, 75, Eric Farmhammer. Forgive me for butchering your last name, Eric, if you're watching. And his friend Ryan, and see who else. There's John Sharon, Maria Devon, Tony Murkowski out in the Bay Area, and I mentioned Maria Devon and myself. So we did this beer the other day. Were raving about it and giving it many high scores, high marks, and thought this was really excellent. And maybe for the time of year, this beer, well, when I found this, I mean, it's in limited quantities right now. I mean, it's out there, and there were like only two or maybe three places I was able to get this. I was able to find it. One of them obviously was right here close by, um, um, at this package store, and paid. Well, I forget what I paid for. It wasn't too pleased with it, but still, it was an examination. So something that I've never tried before. But this beer reminds me the scent, the look of the beer. Well, I'll get to the scent and the look later on. But here's what the beer looks like. You see, it's a very dark. There's some light to it, but very, 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 very sort of dark amber look to it. It has a kind of looks like a Vienna lager, but a little darker. And you can see the nice head in this beer. So the scent has some scent of brown sugar, a little like some coriander, like a little sort of a spice bread, but more brown sugar scent to it, and some coffee, Doppelbock style. 7.2%. It's kick ass. So anyway, onto the taste. Hmm. It definitely has that. It has a little sweetness to it. Um, very. It's not overly sweet, but there's some of that in there. Sugary. Um, Sometimes I don't like watching these shows, these political shows on TV on Sunday mornings that go at each other and go, "Rah, rah, well, you're this, make money, but I don't know why I'm watching this right now. There's nothing on, no sports right now. We're in the dead of July, no football, nothing. And I'm not going to watch a baseball game at all. You can see this little bruise I got is from a door. I didn't get KO'd. So a door landed on me to open up the shed, looking for something. Oh shit! Boom! Got knocked down. So anyway, far from that. Um, Back to the beer. And we're all kind of saying the same thing. Spice bread, little coriander, a little of allspice. It'll be perfect for that time of year, going into the fall, a Christmas beer. If you're gonna have all these different dishes, and whether it be turkey, this or maybe that, or something else, but because of all using all these spices, this beer can go. But I was thinking more of a you know goat meat or maybe deer meat, something like that, with some potatoes and very strong cheese, Swiss or Gouda could pair well with this beer. Um, Again, of course, the company, let's go back to the beer. Company is an Italian company, brewing company. Of course, known originally for the Birra Moretti, the original pale lager, which is well known. And this came out within that time with bunch of other beers. Um, the Sans Souci, which is a premium lager. The company was bought out by Heineken International in 1996. And to this day, with a lot of these companies, Heineken, of course, and many others, it's all about reaching different markets you haven't reached. And we all know now the South African market, or is very, very, very popular right now. South Africa and maybe parts of um, South America, which I shouldn't be, but I more of those two spots, I would say more so South Africa than South America, are really starting to grab hold of a lot of these styles of beer and really sampling. And Heineken, the company based in the Netherlands, um, and they've taken over a few others. They have they've conquered. They got the Mexico market with some of the beers they own. They have a couple of beers within the West Indies or in the Caribbean. One of them that I know quite well, Prestige, which is brewed in Haiti. They've owned that for some time now, and so again, reaching markets, but they've kept the breweries in those respective cities, which is always a good thing. Last thing you want to do is take over something and said, no, we're going to brew it at our main factory, main spot, or main place. It's all making sure jobs and production of all these places stay in that respective communities, even overseas. Um, it's imported by Total Beverage Solutions, which is based in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. So I guess it's, for those within the Southeast region, why it's imported by them. I'm sure there's probably an importer up in the Northeast where they can get this beer from. So, um, so would have to look at the website. But um, now this beer reminds me a lot of Spaten Optimator. And Spaten is about the same ABV. I think it's 7%. And when you look at the back of the bottle, if you get a bottle of it, and not sold in cans, but if you get a bottle of Spaten Optimator, you'll notice, or buy the 6 pack, you'll notice on the back of it, it'll say malt liquor. And so there's always been a view that a Doppelbock or a Helles Doppelbock is a malt liquor. People don't like using that term, obviously for stereotype reasons, malt liquor, when people say that, but um, it's really all it is an extra strong beer, because you couldn't say extra strong this, or you have to, or come up with a sort of a bold name, you know. Um, you can't say King Budweiser malt liquor or whatever. You have to come up with a name that says power, says strong, powerful. Spaten Optimator. But Birra Moretti is kind of on that same length, and if you La Rossa, um, same style, and so you could look at it in a way. It is, I guess, you could put it in the category as a malt liquor, but it's a Doppelbock, you know, same style. This is very enjoyable, folks. This is probably one of the more, you know, enjoyable beers that I've had. I'm looking at the name, Oloroso, and if you still look at the bottle right here, a man in a hat enjoying a beverage, looks very powerful, looks very mighty, you know, and a man of importance, distinguished gentleman, dignified, distinguished, elegant. with a green top hat, green hat, and has a in his hands a mug. So um, yeah, this is a really excellent beer. This is really nothing. I say excellent, but this is a really really good beer, and I can see the score why it's in the 80s. Um, so nothing wrong with this at all. So I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it about the same, about an 8.5. So this is about a B plus, about to go into an A for me. So um, this is quite good. It's not, I'm sure Spotting, when I did Spotting, I thought that was real good, and also for the price for Spotting. And one of the good things about the area I live in, and I'm sure you've seen in all my videos, I've always said, let these type of beers be sold in singles. Let these sort of beers, because people who want to try them shouldn't have to plunk down the such and such price for this, such and such price that. Give the people something they can say, I can taste it, and I could say, this is pretty good. I'll buy the whole six pack, or it's not so much. Maybe I'll give maybe two singles of this and then call it a day. That's kind of how I feel when I'm buying beer. There's a couple of beers out there right now. There's one light beer that's out there that I would like to get. That is, if I got it in a six pack, I'll be happy as a clam to say, hey, this is pretty good. You know, and this is something that I wouldn't mind trying again and again and again and again. Um, but I don't want to pluck down $12, $11 for a beer and find out this was, they said it was raved about by so many people, on this beer review site, whether it be Untapped or Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, who I don't care much for. Mm, But so yeah, it's great to try it, and then find out like this wasn't all that good to me, and it's kind of pouring it down the sink, or maybe giving it away to friends you like or don't like. So anyway, enough rambling, but that's kind of how I feel about it. So, um, but this beer, excellent again, 8.5. If you've had this beer and you think it deserves that score or deserves a better score, leave your comments and statements on the bottom of my screen, and please subscribe to my channel. That's all I want. Anyway, Jonathan Pierre, the Beer Ramble. Keep on watching, and as always, cheers.